Hello everyone and welcome to my video today, and today I am going to show you how to set yourself up for a high round in the EISENDRACHE. I will also share a few helpful tips that may be of help to you, but without further ado, let's get into it. So setting up is pretty easy and you can have everything you need by round 13. If you do this correctly, you can have the riot shield as early as round 3, but in this gameplay I get it at round 5, which is also fine. The electric bow is something you definitely want to get as soon as possible, as you won't have Juggernaut until around, say, round 12-13. You can have this bow upgraded by round 8 or 9, and lastly getting the DG Wonder Weapon, which in other words, the gravity spikes that we all love. Now we can simply have everything we need to set up for a high round very early. It's not like Shadows of Evil where we have to do rituals, etc. This method is pretty simple and efficient. So your first thing you're going to want to do is rack up 1750 points and head straight to the first dragon head. Once you buy the gate, make sure to pick up your first riot shield part, and after you feed the dragon you can move on. I'm not going to show you how to get the Wrath of the Ancients, as I'm positive most of you, if not all of you, will know how to get the Wrath of the Ancients. But if you don't know how to get the Wrath of the Ancients and the electric bow, I will leave a link to my previous video where it will tell you how to get the Wrath of the Ancients and the upgraded electric bow. But most of you should definitely know at least how to get the bow. After turning on the power, make sure you pick up your second riot shield part before heading into the room with the second dragon head. For the final riot shield part, you just have to turn on the gravity in the Undercroft room and find it where it is located on the wall in this gameplay. It is located on the wall just above Pack-a-Punch here. Now your next step is upgrading the electric bow. For those again who don't know how to get the electric upgraded bow, I will leave a link in the description linking to my previous video which covers how to get the Wrath of the Ancients and the upgraded electric bow. Now when you have completed the electric bow upgrade quest, we can move on to the next step, which is gathering the other two parts of the DG Wonder Weapon, gravity spikes, before the Panzer comes in at round 12. Now you can have the spikes on round 12 if you leave a zombie, but in this gameplay I get the spikes at the start of 13, which is still fine. Now the first part can be found by activating the death ray, and shortly after, as you can see on the screen when it pops up here. Now what you have to do is correspond the location of the part to the Wonder Sphere. Now if you got it in the middle like I did here, you use this Wonder Sphere here and you hover over and grab the part from this side. If it's on the middle, like more left towards the castle, you use the Wonder Sphere out in the courtyard, and etc, etc, you get the picture. Now on round 9 you can, what I usually do to tend to do on round 9, between 9 and 10, is gather a few points. Now just train some zombies around, because you will be running pretty low on points and you need points to pretty much do everything until round 13 when you're all set. So gather as much points as you can. As you can see here, I have the KN. I bought the KN because the KN is a really good gun to get points with. Well, so is any gun, but the KN is my personal favourite. Now, to get the second part of the DG Wonder Weapon, the gravity spikes, you want to go over there, over to the rocket, and when the rocket launches you want to go over to that little switch that I just went to there, and you want to activate that. Now remember, you won't have Juggernaut on, so make sure you have the electric bow for this part, because it is electric and exploding zombies that will one-hit you if, well, they won't one-hit you, but they can down you pretty easily. So once you have activated the console, after all the zombies stop spawning and the test has stopped going, you just go over into the portal and you pick up the second part. Now all we have to do now is to wait for the round 12 for the third part of the DG Wonder Weapon. Now this is the spot where you're going to be most of the game. This is it, and this is how you get a high round. You just sit in this room here. Now some of you will be thinking, what? Now no, this is what the electric bow is for. Now all you do is you just shoot your bow directly in front of you towards the little window there, and that's it. The next step basically is just getting enough points to get your perks. As you can see, I get Juggernaut here. Now get Juggernaut as soon as possible, as you're going to need it. And then once you're all set, you just go back into the room here and wait until round 12 until the Panzer comes. Now this goes without saying that whatever you do, if you want this method to work, then do not buy the gate to your left, as you will all know what will happen. Anyway, it is round 12 and the Panzer will spawn in. Unfortunately for me, it was a dog round in my game, which makes the Panzer a little easier to deal with. Killing the Panzer is quite simple. You just bring the Panzer up towards the death ray and shoot away at it. This is what you do for when the Panzers come in. It is pretty simple, but it can be trickier at higher rounds, as Panzers are quite tough then. Try to always aim for the Panzer's power core. If you have the Haymaker gun, use that. I would definitely say it's a must if you are using the perk Mule Kick, but what I like to do if I'm not using Mule Kick is use the Ray Gun as my secondary weapon, and I will elaborate more on that shortly. But first, after killing the Panzer, go over to its corpse and pick up the last part of the Wonder Weapon, and head to a crafting bench. Now I use the one in the television room with the second dragon head, but once you have the wonder weapon you basically are all set, and the only thing you need to do now is basically pack a punch or find a better secondary weapon. Now I'm sure all of you will know that the death machine is now in zombies, and it is a great power up for early and medium rounds. Taking the death machine say after round 45 plus is a bit of a gamble, but with the death machine, if you have recently just used your gravity spikes and want it charged that little bit faster, if you get the death machine always pick them up, as killing the zombies with the death machine restores your special weapon quicker. So on round 20 plus, using the death machine is really good to charge your special weapon. Now also, if you have tram fuses, whenever you can, always call the tram up, as these can spawn in max ammos, which are your best friend while doing this method. I've never seemed to be short of ammo while doing this method, so hopefully neither will you, but if you have the gravity spikes and whatnot, you should be fine. If you have gobblegums which spawn in ammos, then definitely do that, but if you don't have max ammos, then a really good way to have ammo is just use the Alchemaleficus gobblegum, which you unlock at level 35. Now this was the first permanent unlock I unlocked, as this gobblegum is just awesome. When combined with the bow, you will have unlimited ammo for a couple of minutes, and on higher rounds it can save your life. Now I'm going to explain why I chose the ray gun as my secondary. Now this is only if I don't use mule kick. If I use mule kick, I take the haymaker as my third weapon, and some of you will be thinking, why not the haymaker? Well, the haymaker is really great for panzers, but why I chose the ray gun is because when killing the zombies with it, it charges your special weapon faster, and therefore always being able to have my gravity spikes handy, more or less every round. What I usually do is shoot the electric bow, then fire my ray gun, but in higher rounds the zombies are unaffected by the ray gun, so I keep it for when I get the insta-kill power up, and then I just use my ray gun, as it recharges your special weapon really quickly, and this is awesome. Now the last thing you can do is optional, but since I'm using the ray gun it doesn't really matter to me, is to pack a punch your weapons or weapons to have blast furnace or turned. Blast furnace is great if you're training them around the death ray on panzer rounds, as it kills a lot of the zombies, and turned is great for crowd control. Either way, as long as you have the bow, you should be okay. Now this is a little tip: once your gravity spikes are fully charged, place them down in front of you like this on screen, and then shoot your bow onto the lower level, and this will take more zombies out, and rounds are not even a few minutes below round 35ish. Now that is all I have for you today. I hoped I was helpful, and if you could smack that like button to show your support, that would be awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone, have a great day.
Good thing I'm not afraid of heights. Don't you touch me! Just you and me now, maggot addicts! Think you brain junkies got me surrounded? I got you exactly where I want you!